Hello everybody, we're starting the pranic process online day 3. Happy to see you all joining. We had an amazing workshop the other night with the light codes for truth and how to know truth and how to feel what's true for you. And we worked with a specific and very special energy, which is called the breath test, an exercise that is called breath test. And we had good feedback of it. I just really loved how people tuned into it. So today we're continuing with the next stage. And as always, we're going to have a nice sound healing session during the webinar. We're still announcing some people that are meant to join. And in the meantime, just type in the comments the place that you're joining from. I would love to know where you are looking from, watching from. And really happy to see you all. I'm seeing people joining from all over the world. We're gathering again together. So happy that we can join in this way, that we can share information in this way. It's really a blessing to have this type of sharing. I would love to know in the comments, as always, your energy level. If you were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your energy level now? And today we talk about how to upgrade your energy level. So that's the topic, the very topic of today. So I'm really interested in knowing if you can assess that, you can feel that. We're being supervised by helicopters in the area. Because what we do with these webinars is through the speech and through the light codes that we're downloading, through the energies that we're working with, we help people upgrade their energy. So that's what we're doing. So I'm looking for your answers. What's your energy level now? We will work with upgrading your energy level with raising the frequency of each one of your bodies. So yesterday we had this breath test exercise where you could actually check the energy level on each one of your bodies, each one of your chakras, each one of your systems, energy system, physical system, and so on, so that you know where you need to grow, which part of your being you need to put more energy on or to give more energy to. So now if you want to see the details about the breath test, you can look at my YouTube, Cristiana ELTRAYAN, or you can join the whole program and you'll having access to all the 8 workshops that we do. Some of the program is now on YouTube and Insta, but just the first part of the webinar so that you can get familiar to this energy and see if it resonates with you. And we like to share these light codes with everybody. But if you want to participate in the whole program, just subscribe to the link in the description of the video if you're on Facebook, or the link in bio if you're on Insta, and find the Pranic process online there. That's the name of the program. And join us. I just told you about the YouTube link for yesterday's first part of the workshop, because there you can find this breath test, and with this breath test you can check pretty much anything that you want to see in your life, about nutrition, about life decisions, about everything that you want to learn. But also you can see what your energy level is on each chakra and so on. So we're still sending links to all the participants in the gathering so that we make sure everybody joins. In the meantime, where are you located, and what would you say your energy level is so far on a scale of 1 to 10, and 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest? I'm curious to know that. I'm seeing people sending hearts, sending love. A little bit about myself, because I haven't presented myself at the beginning of this program. I've been working with energy ever since I was a child. I've always liked to have this perception of the unseen worlds. So since I was little, I was telling that we're all energy, everything is energy, and I think other people said it, like Tesla and others, so I wasn't the only one to have that perception. But I was also very curious about the invisible or unseen realms of reality, so I was reading and learning everything about parallel lives or past lives, like people call them, numerology, and zodiac signs, palm reading, even crystal therapy crystals. I was meditating in a crystal when I was little, so I liked to have access to all these things, and through them be more aware or more familiarized with my energy. So I liked to play with the invisible, the realms of the invisible, and the energy as well, just because I was always perceiving that there's more to this world than meets the eye. So I had this feeling that there's higher possibilities for us, and that we need to learn about them. I became vegetarian when I was 17. I wasn't liking meat anyway, so I just decided not to have it anymore. And over time, I went to veganism and raw food and juice diet and pranic nourishment, and I just like to keep it within these lines, between liquid diet, which is great, juices and smoothies and warm soups, and sometimes small amounts of vegan food, especially when I'm with friends or when I share things with people. When I share events with people that involve food, I can take small amounts of vegan food, and it's good to share with others and to have that beautiful time together. And since 2009, I've learned about pranic nourishment and what it means. I have never aimed for it. I was always curious more about how we can be permanently connected with our divine self and our spirit. But we did have our with the practices that I was doing, with the daily meditation, qigong, yoga, and other, to be in that state and to needing solid food and not needing daily meals and 3 meals a day and stuff like that. It's been a lot of freedom coming in with that state, but the main gift that I'm receiving from it actually is not it's not the capacity of living without food for extended time, but it's the capacity of having this inner freedom, this inner lightness that is helping me see the world from a different perspective, transmission energy in a different way, share energy with people in a different way, and also move through life in a lighter pace, in an easier pace. So over time, I've noticed my energy shifting, my perception shifting, my, if you will, psychic abilities or inner sensitivity or the sensitivity to the energy of others completely shifting. I've been doing a lot of training on that. So I've been in dark rooms, which means being for more than 9 days without solid food and without light, and in meditation. I've been in various other trainings with Qigong masters, Tibetan masters, and various other teachers from different traditions like Theta healers and so on, just to discover what's possible in terms of energy work and in terms of energy perception, right? I liked to have to be able to expand my horizon. And that resulted in various forms of working with energy. I work with people in workshops and conferences and webinars, but I also work with one-on-one sessions and one-on-one pranic processes where we meet for 7 sessions and we work with each chakra, we work with all the trauma, all the energy that is stored in various parts of their energy system that doesn't allow prana to flow freely or the consciousness to expand. And we unblock it and we reprogram the whole system. We switch or shift the whole energy dynamics in a people's body, and then people have amazing life-changing shifts that are permanent, that are sometimes unbelievable to them, and that results in an expansion of consciousness, because to me that's all that matters, the expansion of consciousness and how to be better at being light beings in form. Many people talk about enlightenment, and I talk about embodied enlightenment with me, which means embodying the vastness of your being, embodying the multidimensionality of what you are. So that's what we're talking about in this program. There's still place to join because we're doing it online, so you have access to it with the link in the description of the video if you're on Facebook, and the link in bio if you're on YouTube, if you're on Insta, sorry. So hope that you all can join us. We continue for 6 more days. You have a lifetime access to all the webinars and workshops that we're doing here and all the meditations. So if you want to be with us, just type yes in the comments. We include you in the Zoom or YouTube call, and then you can make the payments later. I'm very happy to see everyone joining. Hi Anar, hi Jana, hi Julie, hi Loco Sophia, and all the others that are here, Carola, and so many others that are joining from all over the world. Type in the comments your location, and if you have any questions, I would love to see or read your questions. And if you have any comments as well or things to add to what I've just said, I'm happy to have it very interactive and really like a family conversation here. as I was saying, each day on the workshops, we work with a healing bowl, with a healing sound of a bowl. Today we work on the throat chakra bowl, so that's going to be included in our meditation. I'm just going to ring it a little bit now because I just love the sound of it. Just to open up the space a little more. And today we're also going to talk about mind mastery and how to master your mind, how to master it and be aware of the creations that you emanate with your thoughts, because everything that you think eventually manifests somewhere, either in this dimension or in other parallel lifetimes that you're having. I'm inviting people to consider that. Some people say, well, but I'm never seeing the result of my thoughts because I think of things but nothing happens. Yeah, nothing happens here, or nothing happens right away, but so at some point in your life or at some point in other lifetimes there's actually some end result of what you are thinking. So do not think that your thoughts have no. Have you ever had an instance where you were thinking of something and instantly that person was calling you, or that event has happened later on during the day, or something related to your thought has happened during the day? Have you had that type of experience? Because that's actually your thoughts being manifested. Or sometimes it's the quantum field sending a certain energy, a certain impression to you, so that you can be aware that later on during that day or during that time frame, you're gonna have a manifestation related to that. So for example, yesterday I was at the supermarket because I live with a beautiful pet, and each week we go to take some groceries for my pet and some juices and other stuff that I like as well. And I was in the supermarket and I kept looking at these Italian products, like olives and olive oil and stuff like that came from Italy. And I was about to call one of my friends and tell him, look, there's a lot of Italian products in the supermarket. I know you like them. Maybe check them out. I was about to do that. And 10 minutes later, he calls me back and he says, look, I just had a late night booking because he's having an Airbnb, and some Italian guys just came very late at night to book at my place. So I was picking up the Italian vibes of the people that were about to arrive. So I was just focusing on the similar vibes in that supermarket, and I was about to talk to him about it. So that's how the quantum field works. That's how everything is entangled, and that's how actually either your thoughts are manifesting the reality, or sometimes the reality is manifesting your thoughts, or you're picking up on what's real, what's gonna happen, what's about to happen, and you're having thoughts related to that. So as Nassim Haramein says, I'm very passionate about the work with of a beautiful physicist called Nassim Haramein, who's one of my dearest friends. He says that there's a continuous feed forward between you and the universe, and you're constantly sharing information with the universal field. So basically, it's not only your thoughts creating reality, as I was saying, but not only you feeding information into the quantum field and having manifestation as a result, but also the quantum field is feeding information into your body or your whole system. So you're picking up what's already in the quantum field, and you might think or speak about it or just have impression of it in a certain way. My experience is really, interesting on this topic. I've been trained to work with not only the energy of people, but also the energy of different sacred sites and nature places, the energy, and also the energy of a certain cities, countries, planets. So I've learned to pick up the frequencies of not only the people but the places, like I said, the energy vortexes or the cities and countries, and tune into it and work with it. And some part of my energy is doing clearing on those spaces, while those spaces are also doing certain energy work on my field. So, for example, every time we're doing retreats at sacred sites, we are having this beautiful feedback that the sacred site is starting to work with the people and starting to impact their energy and starting to shift their energy even before they actually get there. And the other way around, we are able to sense and feel and work with the energy of the sacred site long before we go to it. So, for example, next weekend, as I was sharing yesterday, we're having this retreat at the throat chakra of Romania. There's no coincidence that we're talking about it in this very workshop. And everything related to time and communication and sound healing and self-expression and self-empowerment and life mission. That's the topic of the retreat. And we're already feeling, the people who have subscribed, they're already feeling the effects of that retreat. They're already feeling the dynamics of that specific sacred site, that energy vortex, which is a very powerful energy vortex. It's a temple very similar to Stonehenge or Göbekli Tepe, which are cosmic calendars, time related and sun worshipping related energy vortexes. So we're already picking up on those vibes. And for everyone who's coming to our retreats and booking a little bit in advance, there's a lot of energy work going on, on their fields. So there's actually a very powerful experience happening even long before you're actually joining the retreats. So I'm just telling you that in regards to how the quantum field is feeding information to you while you're feeding back information in the quantum field, and to be aware of this permanent, this constant exchange that you're having with the universe and the places around you and the people around you, allows you to have a deeper and more profound relationship with life and with the quantum field, and to have amazing experiences that you're actually being aware of, right? That you're actually being in touch with. So manifesting your reality is not only about always paying attention to how your energy is emanating, but also paying attention to what's coming into your energy field, what you allow into your energy field, what you open up to, and what you're actually, how you're interacting with everything, during this program, we're also going to have, during this process, we're also going to have some programming, energy programming, or biofield programming that I very, very much love. And saying specific mantras or words of power or words of intention, that's actually reprogramming your energy field in a way that helps you better interact with everything around you and have a better life experience. So one of the programming that we like to do, and also we're sharing it for today, is to say, I ask that I exist in a mutual beneficial sharing within myself and with all life. I ask that I exist in a mutual beneficial relationship within myself and with all life. I ask that I exist in a mutual beneficial relationship within myself and with all life. So if you repeat that with being very aware of how your energy field is shifting, you can say it in your mind or say it out loud, you can actually notice something shifting in your field, just as I say it, right? So if you noticed any shift in your energy field, I would love to know about it. You can drop a heart or drop a yes in the comments. I also like to program at the beginning of every meditation or any workshops that we start. I like to program the words of intention, saying, I ask and command that only the beings of the purest light and love can connect with us energetically and telepathically with us now. I ask that only the energies and beings of the purest light and love can be in touch or connect with us energetically and telepathically now. I ask that only the beings of the purest light and love can connect with us energetically and telepathically now. So that sets a filter to who we're actually joining with, right? Only the beings of the purest light and love. That can be in human form, non-human form, light being form, whatever, but we do ask that are the most beneficial beings for us, because we like to have a mutual beneficial sharing, as we said in the former programming. So knowing how to code into your energy field is totally shifting your reality, is totally shifting the way you're creating, is totally shifting everything that you experience. Because in a meditation, in a workshop, or in general, it's not so wise to go random. It's better to have a conscious experience and an experience where you do surrender to the universe, you do surrender to the quantum field, you do surrender to something higher than yourself, but you also set clear intentions of what you want to experience in that state of surrender. I would love to experience joy and ease and grace. I would love to learn with joy and ease and grace rather than learn with suffering. Many people, especially in our country, have this programming that suffering is the way to learn. Well, joy is also a way to learn. Who says that only through suffering you can learn? Joy is also a way to learn, so that's also possible. Let me know if that resonates with you. Yeah, would you like to learn with joy, or would you prefer to learn with suffering? Some people do prefer suffering because it's more intense. We totally accept and agree. Totally accept and can relate to that way of being. But to me, that's no longer the reality that I feel to experience or experiment with. Yes, so let me know if that's something you would love to live. We've shared some beautiful light codes at the beginning of this workshop, just because we want everybody to be able to upgrade their energy. So the affirmations that we just did is one powerful way to upgrade your energy, because the first affirmation, I ask that I am living in harmony within myself and with all life, just sets a different type of feel of intention and emanation in your energy field that's starting to create different realities, different relationships, different ways of sharing with people, different than what you've experienced before. The second affirmation that we shared with you, that states at the beginning of a workshop, at the beginning of a meditation, at the beginning of any energy work, we ask that only the beings of the purest light and love can get in touch energetically and telepathically with us now. Again, it sets a clear dial tone or a clear intention for where you are tuning in, where and whom you are tuning into in your physical plane, but also in the energy realms. So it disconnects you from energies that are no longer serving you or no longer beneficial for you, and they might detract on your energy field. And it connects you to the highest, possibility of sharing the beings of the purest light and love, which is much better than beings that would detract from your energy field. That's a big step ahead in uplifting and upgrading your energy, right? I see many light workers, many pranic, people on the pranic path that are trying to upgrade their energy system. They are trying to stay on prana or trying to have, better energy flow in their systems, but they are struggling because they are sometimes connecting to beings or people that are not really beneficial for them, not at all. And that rhythm is not energy enhancing, but it's energy detracting for them. So that's lowering their energy levels, that's lowering their pranic flow, that's not really encouraging their field to expand. So you don't have to cut off certain relationships or tell people to just disappear, tell those people to just disappear from your life, but by asking and commanding into your energy field to relate to the beings of the purest light and love, that will just shift your relationships. Either those people will shift their energy field in the way they relate to you, or they will naturally, move away from your life if it's not for your highest good to be in their presence. And that's also possible, right? That's also okay, because who wants to be around people that are detracting from their field? Who wants to be around people that are making you feel heavy instead of people who are making you feel uplifted? So again, speaking about the path of suffering versus the path of joy and ease and grace, what would you choose, right? That's another question that you have to ask yourself. Would you choose to have around you the people that are detracting and causing suffering, or would you choose to have around you the people that are uplifting and enhancing your energy field? That's something to decide. That's something to set intention about, because it's really important to make these choices, at least in the core of your heart. And once you make these choices and you program them into your energy field, you're starting to manifest that reality. You're starting to have more loving, more joyful people, more beneficial people in your life, more beneficial relationships. You're starting to basically shift your reality. So that's what we're gonna end now for the live streaming on Facebook and Insta. I love to share with all of you here. Hi Andromeda, hi Laman, and everybody else. We're gonna stay with the people on Zoom and YouTube who are already subscribed to the workshop. If you want to be in this program, of course, like I said, there's the description of the whole program in the link in bio on Instagram, or the link of the description of the video on Facebook. I'm also placing that in the comments on Facebook, so it's easier for you to access. But if you want to be with us in a real transformational program and download the new light codes for your life and relationships and everything that you are, and to live from a higher and more beautiful, more connected perspective, then maybe it's time to join us, and maybe it's the right place for you to be at the moment. We're having these workshops either in the evening around 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m., or at noontime around 12:30 p.m., all in Bucharest time. And if you can't join us live, you can always receive the recordings and watch them from the comfort of your home and repeat the meditations. And we're also doing powerful meditation at the end. Repeat them for as long as you want. Now, if you want to join us, just type yes in the comments. We include you and you can make the payments later. I'm sending you much love. To those of you on Facebook and Insta, and those of you on YouTube and Zoom, please stay with us. We're having a quick break, and then we're going in meditation. And we're working with the sound healing bowl, the Tibetan bowl for the throat chakra.